The Georgia Supreme Court has revived a woman's lawsuit against two major beauty companies over alleged health issues linked to chemical hair relaxers. Kiera Barrows claims years of use of L'Oreal and Strength of Nature products has caused her to develop uterine fibroids. A lower court dismissed her case over a statute of limitations, but Georgia Supreme Court ruled she may have filed on time since she kept buying products within the last decade. The decision lets her case proceed and could open doors for similar lawsuits. L'Oreal says that they're disappointed, but notes the ruling doesn't link its products to health issues. The company has 10 days to appeal. So how did we get here? Let's bring in 11Alive's Faith. Jessie, Faith, you've been following this story very, very closely.
That's right, Chesley. Thank you so much for having me, and good morning. This is a major decision by the Georgia State Supreme Court because it really opens the door for what we're seeing thousands of these cases across the country, including hundreds right here in Georgia, where women have filed suits claiming that these relaxers, some of them have been using them since age 6, 11, all the way until their 40s, have now caused health issues, specifically uterine cancer, because a couple of studies that we followed, one out of Boston University and one cited by the National Institute of Health, two different studies here, but both of them showing that there are certain links. There are something called endocrine disruptors and chemicals known as called formaldehyde that are seen in some of these products. And after use of time from these products, these studies found that Black women as well as postmenopausal women were finding that they were more often getting uterine cancer as compared to those who had not used these products. So when the statute of limitations question comes into place, the woman here, Kiera Barrows, says, yes, I first purchased this product in 1995. That was the Strength of Nature, the L'Oreal product in 2003, but I kept repurchasing these products and I kept using these products. So that was what was at question here, that statute of limitations. The Georgia Supreme Court saying, you know what, we agree with you so far, and you can go ahead and keep suing. But I do want to point out one thing here. Mm-hmm. The state Supreme Court noted it has not decided whether the companies could win a dismissal on the theory that the health problems would only have occurred because of the units sold outside of that 10-year window, or whether the health problems being caused as a combination of product sold inside and outside of that window. So that is something that is still to be seen, but that's just kind of an overview of what we're seeing. Chesley, keep in mind, these products are used very common. If you know a Black woman in your life, they probably had a box of perm in their house at one point or the other.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Faith, have doctors weighed in on this situation yet?
Absolutely. So we spoke to board certified OBGYN, Dr. Madeline Sutton from Morehouse School of Medicine, and she agreed with these studies, saying that what the data is showing is that the formaldehyde linked to these, or excuse me, the formaldehyde found in these products was linked to those health issues. The formaldehyde, once again, not on the labels of these products. So a lot of women didn't realize that it was even in there. But culturally, when you're speaking about relaxers and perms, it's a beauty standard. It's something that your mom used. It's something that your grandma, your aunts, it was just very normal growing up in a Black household. And so what Dr. Sutton is saying, even in our conversation, we both said we've both used relaxers. Dr. Sutton, also an African-American woman, and she said that it's just something now that education and awareness needs to be spread out throughout the community. But this lawsuit does play a big role in that, Chesley.
Did you say the labels are on the boxes? Are there warning labels or anything on them?
There are not.
There are not.
There are not. Okay. So it's, some of them might have labels on it, but it's not a requirement. So until the FDA, creates this requirement or legal reasoning to put these labels on there, the companies don't have to do it right now.
Faith, speak to me about the press. Even if the labels were there, there's a certain amount of pressure for you to have your hair a certain kind of way, and these are the products that you use to get it. Talk to me about that mental piece of this.
Yeah, so I mean, and I could just go on a personal note because I've used relaxers really my entire life growing up, and it's I wouldn't say it's a pressure. I would just say it was just the norm to have your hair. Our hair is naturally kinky and coily, but to have it relaxed or straightened. And not only is it a beauty norm, I know for myself, it was very painful for me to comb through my hair as a child. So my mom put in a relaxer and it really loosened that curl pattern and it made it easier and less painful for me. there is no other option besides the box of perm that most of us know, or that you can get for $6 or $7 at the store. So that is why it's so normalized in our community.
Yeah. What happens next for these plaintiffs whose cases are waiting on a decision?
Yeah, so that is going to be, I mean, now that we know that this Supreme Court decision has weighed in and that they can move forward with their cases, that's what we're going to see. A lot of these women going to be going after the hair care companies, depending on which company they used. And once again, think about this, it also opens the door for not just hair relaxers, but if you've used a makeup product or you use some type of shampoo or a lotion and you feel that you have health problems, this could also open the door for lawsuits down that way.
Faith, Jessie, thank you so much for this important report. I really appreciate you being on the show.
Thanks, Justin.
All right, for more information on the lawsuit and a push for FDA to ban formaldehyde-based relaxers, check out our damage control special. You can watch it on demand right now on 11 Live Plus.